Hey Dojo friends, I wanted to show you this little secret, this little beauty that I found on eBay. Sometimes when you're hacking around eBay, just kind of endlessly looking at swords, which we do because we're weird and we like that stuff. Look at this little thing I found at a really good price. I don't know if you can see that. This is a wakizashi that I got from China, and it's really a beauty. I fell in love with the color of it and the make, and this is an L6. That's a really high quality tool steel that's really good at edge retention and for its hardness and its ability to be durable. So let's take a close look at this beautiful little kind of caramel colored, it looks like creamer and coffee type stuff, Sunday morning fun of a wakizashi. Let's take a peek. Alright, so I have my little dojo pillow, and these sword pillows you can find online. Of course, this one was made for me by a student as a gift. Sword pillow is just a tiny pillow that you put the sword on so it's not on the dirty ground. Just keeps it off the ground a little bit. You don't need one, but it keeps the guard and the kashira and things and the Saia from being scratched up. So sometimes you'll see me use a sword pillow. Now, I don't know who makes this brand. I found it on eBay, and I'm not sure of the forge name, but you can definitely find it on there if you type in wakizashi and you look for something of this color, maybe type in L6. You're going to eventually find something very similar to this. I don't know if it'll have the same furniture on it, but you'll get something close. And that's what attracted me, was I like swords that aren't just your typical black and white boringness. Looking at the kashira here, it's some sort of alloy metal. I do not know what those kanji say. It's kind of muddy looking, and that's okay for this price. I'm not paying for the sharpness of the koshirai. The wrapping on the ska is this kind of light brown here. It's very well done. The wrap is super tight, and the samegawa is black underneath. This one actually has 2 pegs on it. That's very unusual for a wakizashi, which typically has 1. So I know that the tang probably goes down to here, which again is a good sign. It's not some cheap rat tail construction. The tang is going to be hefty looking when I take this apart. The transitions here are very good between the wrapping and the metal, so it's not going to hurt your hand. This is obviously a one-handed weapon. You could put 2 on it, but it's designed to be a one-handed weapon, so these transitions shouldn't matter because your hand is going to be centered on here. The theme of this seems to be some sort of smoke or fire or dragony type theme, and as you can see, the manuki on here, I don't know what the heck that is. It's just some sort of weird little design. There's one on each side, and it's on the top wrap there. That'll give you a little bit more purchase and a little bit more of a palm hold there. So I like the idea that it's thicker there for your hand, especially if you have bigger hands. It's made of brass, and look at that. Look at that. You can see there's a Buddha face there. Can you see it? It's hard to see. That is facing you. And then on the omote side, which faces people, there's kind of a monster on this side. I don't know if you can see. I think it's over here. I think that's it. Can you see that? So there's a monster with its mouth gaping open on one side and kind of a friendly character on the other. So it has kind of this yin-yo, yin-yang type perspective of good and evil perhaps, or positive and negative. I don't know. Maybe that's the theme. I like how the Mimi here has all this brushed brass on here. This sticks out very, very well. Again, this is what was attractive to me, was this matching fuchi and Suba guard. Everything matches well. The seppa is kind of a bright brassy color. So I'm assuming this is a base of iron, and it's got this relief here of this fire looking stuff. It doesn't hurt at all. It's pretty smooth on your hand. Again, it's not going to hurt you, but it's really highly decorative on both sides here. And I like the fire here and here matching. Everything matches together. Even this, all the parts fit beautifully with a good, very smoky theme. Now here was my favorite part of the whole sword, was the Saia. Look at that scabbard. That is absolutely beautiful. There are so many layers of lacquer on here. There's no bad paint job. There's no wavering in here. It is smooth as silk, And again, does that not remind you of like cream and coffee? I love the busy coloring. That took a lot of work to make all those layers of paint in this beautiful wood Saia. And I like the sageo here with this kind of brownish color. Again, everything matches to this coffee colored sword. I don't have a name for this yet, but I'm thinking something to do with coffee. The kurigata has that fancy paint on it. The shitodome are glued in, which is really nice. This is just an absolutely gorgeous sword. Different and unusual and unique. It's got some heft to it. This sword is about 2 pounds, 7 ounces, or 1.25 kilograms. Let's remove the Saia and take a look at the blade. So here you have this construction of the blade here. This is clay tempered. As you can see, there's a beautiful hamon on there. This is an L6 steel, which was heat treated and hardened. Look at this kind of fiery, wavy hamon here. Isn't that beautiful? This, for the price, this sword was like, I don't know, $200 and something, $220 maybe, if that. Look at the quality and the craftsmanship that's coming out of China nowadays, with all of these forges kind of competing for your market value. The of the blade is called maru. Maru means it's a single piece of steel. It's not folded. It's just one solid chunk. And you can see that the blade has no heave fuller at all on it, so it's going to be quite hefty. You're not going to get any kaze wind sounds out of this. The kasaki shape is a chu kasaki there. The shape of the blade is a shinogi zukuri, and that just means it's a curved blade with a yokote and a ridge, which is called shinogi. It's quite close to the back, the mune here. Or it's also called honzukuri, which is the main style of sword, meaning this is a common blade shape. Has a high mirror polish up near the mune there, and then the polish gets a little bit duller as you go down toward the hamon. It's a 20-inch blade length, and the total length of the sword is 30 inches. So it has quite a long handle here. Isn't that gorgeous? I love everything about it. The habaki's quite plain. The seppa, gold colored here. It's very tight. Everything fits very well. There's no overlay. It fits well in the Saia. From top to bottom, coming in close here. Watch out for this beauty. You can find one of these on eBay at a really good budget price. And of course, this is a live, very sharpened blade, polished to sharpness. This is not an Iaito, it's a Shinken. Ready to do barista battle in any Starbucks you set in to get this beautiful coffee masterpiece. And there it is. Let's put it back in the Saia. And it fits well. No rattle whatsoever. Fits snugly in here. Really good. It's not going to fall out. I am so impressed with the quality for this sword. Even though it's a half sword, it's a wakizashi. I love the idea that this was only $200. I would have paid easily double that for this particular sword, just because of the quality of the workmanship, the color, the uniqueness of the Saia, all the different paint jobs on here, the themes. Of course, the koshirai is not high detail. It's a little bit muddy, but you're not paying for the koshirai. You're paying for the blade with these types of swords. But I just happen to luck out with the beautiful furniture surrounding it. Tell me what you would name this sword if you had it and you were to name it. What would you call it? Put it in the comments below. It's a beautiful wakizashi, and again, you can find this on eBay for about 200 bucks. Commerce from America to China is getting better and better. And because there are more forges, the prices stay low, they compete more, and the market works the way it should, and you and I, as buyers of weapons, benefit. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you subscribe so you get more free videos like this in your inbox. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.